Okay, hello everyone. We're live. This is the long range weather forecast discussion for February 28th through March 14th, and I'm James Munley. We're going to look at the period for February 28th to March 4th, and we can look at the period, and we still have basically uh, a region in the west troughing here in the east. We'll have several disturbances that'll come down here from Alaska, and then it'll come here and it depends. We also have like what you call here a split flow, and we will have southern stream energy and northern stream energy, depending how these come together. Whether it will be a bigger storm or just late snow, but we have several chances of snow to in the coming days into early next week, and Saturday is the end of meteorological winter, and then meteorological spring begins on Sunday, March 1st, and then goes uh, through the end of May to the 31st. That's meteorological spring. Okay, so we will have this ridge here in the west, and this will cause above normal temperatures. The trough in the east will keep conditions unsettled here, and we'll look at that in the upper levels. Okay, so here we are. We have a system coming through tomorrow. This is the GFS. Here's a European, and we have a system here. We'll look at the surface here, and we come into Thursday morning. Okay, here's the GFS, and it brings some light snow into the area and then out. Now we'll look at the European. It's further to the south, and we have high pressure moving in. Okay, then the next system, this will happen because we will have a cold front that will move in Sunday night, and this will lay a boundary here across the south. You can see it here. So north of that, it'll be snow or a mixture. To the south, it'll be warm and rain. And this is the where it's cold enough to snow here. This is going into Thursday and Friday. And we will have Pacific energy that will overrun the colder air that'll be moving into the northern plains as the cold front sinks south. So the cold front sinks south, brings colder air in. This would be like Sunday night and Monday. And then we have to watch a system here. Now this is the GFS. GFS, as I said, performed well in the last two storms in the east. This is the GFS bringing more snow to the region Sunday going into Tuesday. Here's the European to the south and weaker. And here is the European ensembles, weak. Here is the GFS AI. To the north, but not as heavy. Okay, Monday night to Tuesday. Here's the European AI. So the AIs are more like in agreement. So you can see here, there is some precipitation moving in. Now we look at the Canadian. Further to the north, but it seems weaker, and it might be a mixture. As you notice where the 540 line is, through central PA, central New Jersey. So this could be a mix. And then here's the UK Met further to the south. Now we also have a system here. We have to back up because a lot of systems it's hard to keep track of. So then we'll have a cold front move through Saturday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday will be a pretty nice day considering, but then the cold front moves through, and then we have a high moves in. Now, if it comes in around here where we have the high, then it could be snow here all day. But then if it's like a later period, like Tuesday into Wednesday, you see the high retreats, the colder air is not as deep, and this can lead to a mixture. As you can see, there's a mixture down here. But a lot of things have to come together, and it's about 6 days out or so. So we have to watch these systems. It's something to watch. So it could be, I'm just giving an example. I'm not saying for it could be like 1 and 2 inches, or it could be 6 inches or more. Okay. All right, so now we're going to look at the period for March 5th to the 9th. And what we have here is the GFS. Uh, well, most of the models have a trough here in the west, ridging here in the east. You can see this ridge, various models, and some they vary in strength, the GFS being more amplified, but this is a result of this ridge building of the Eastern Pacific. So for this forecast period, I am calling for below normal temperatures here, and for this region with anomalies of 2 to 4 degrees below normal, above normal temperatures here, with anomalies of 8 degrees or more above normal here. For precipitation, calling for below normal precipitation here, probability of occurrence 35%. Above normal precipitation here, probability of 35%. But I'm keeping it low because I'm not so sure what's going to happen here in the east yet. But right now it's 35% across much of this area here. Okay, we're going to look at the period for March 10th to the 14th. And the GFS is a little bit different from this afternoon. We have a ridge building into the west, a ridge here, trough, a broad trough covering a large portion of the country. You look at the European ensembles, the trough here is across the north, zone of flow at above normal heights. The European has the trough here across the west, zone of flow at above normal heights, and the ensembles pretty much the same as GFS ensembles, trough here across the north, ridging on both sides. So for this forecast period, I am calling for above normal temperatures for much of the country, with anomalies of up to 8 degrees or more above normal here. I'm not so sure here, that's why I kept it normal, because depending on the trough position, but it could be a trough across here, that's why I kept the anomalies here low. It may not be enough. There's a lot of things going. It may be enough not to knock down these temperatures, though. So I kept it like this for now. Better look at it tomorrow. And for precipitation, call for above normal precipitation here. Probability of occurrence 35%. And the models keep flipping here in the east and parts of this region. So I'm keeping it at a low probability right now of 35% here. All right, now we're going to go back about the impending systems that we're supposed to get or could get. This is the satellite imagery, and we're watching this system, and we have one here over Canada and here. Now, they're all going to go here over the ridge. You see this one's going over the ridge. This will come in, and then it will somehow or maybe interact with Southern Street energy. There's a lot of things that have to get together. Like I said, if it comes early, like Monday or Sunday, like Monday, the cold air will be firmly entrenched with the ridge. But if it comes later, like Tuesday or Wednesday, then it could be snow mixed with ice. I think there might be more ice this time because the cold air won't be as deep. Okay, so that's all I'm going to say on it right now because it's still 6 days out. We'll keep an eye on that. So that is it for now. That is the long-range weather forecast discussion for February 28th through March 14th. Thank you for listening and have a good night.